Imagine waking up tomorrow to news of alien arrival. What could possibly happen? In the first few moments, disbelief would be the prevailing sentiment. People would rub their eyes, adjust their screens, and refresh their news feeds, unable to comprehend the headlines. For some, the world would seem to stand still, as if the very fabric of reality had been torn asunder. Panic would then set in. The routines that had once seemed so mundane, so ordinary, would be thrown into chaos. The school run, the morning commute, the coffee shop order, all would be forgotten in the face of this monumental revelation. As the shockwaves reverberate around the globe, the world's governments would be thrust into the spotlight. The burden of maintaining calm and order would fall heavily on their shoulders. Press conferences would be hastily arranged, emergency meetings convened, leaders would be called upon to show their mettle in the face of the unknown. International organizations would also play a crucial role. The United Nations, NATO, the European Union, these entities would be tested like never before. They would need to navigate a labyrinth of diplomatic complexities, all while keeping the public informed and reassured. The arrival of extraterrestrial life would also have profound implications for our religious, scientific, and philosophical beliefs. For centuries, humans have been grappling with questions about the universe and our place within it. The discovery of alien life would force us to re-evaluate many of our most deeply held convictions. Scientists would be excited, no doubt. The opportunity to learn from an advanced civilization could revolutionize our understanding of the universe, but it would also raise countless new questions. What could we learn from them? What could they learn from us? And most importantly, are they coming in peace? Religious leaders, philosophers, thinkers of all stripes would have to grapple with the impact of this momentous event. Would our belief systems crumble, or would they adapt and evolve? Would we see a surge in new spiritual movements or an apocalypse invasion? Would we even have a fighting chance? Welcome to GSD Brainers, the place where curiosity meets discovery. Firstly, we might encounter a peaceful interaction. Imagine, if you will, a scenario where extraterrestrial beings come to Earth, not as conquerors but as explorers, eager to understand our planet and its inhabitants. These alien visitors could be scientists driven by curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge, much like our own researchers and astronauts. Or perhaps they might be refugees, fleeing from a distant catastrophe, seeking sanctuary on our blue planet. In this scenario, they come not to take, but to offer, to share their advanced knowledge and technology with us. Picture a world where interstellar travel becomes commonplace, where alien technology helps us to solve our most pressing problems, from climate change to disease control. Imagine the cultural exchange, the learning, the growth that could come from such an interaction. But as we revel in this optimistic scenario, we must also consider the opposite. But what if they aren't here for peace? Secondly, what if they simply don't care about us? Let's ponder this for a moment. We often assume that if extraterrestrial life exists, they'd be interested in us, right? But what if they're not? What if we're not the center of the cosmic stage, but rather just extras in the grand theater of the universe? Imagine a civilization so advanced that our highest technological achievements are mere child's play to them. They've mastered interstellar travel, harnessed the power of stars, and maybe even cracked the code of the universe itself. To them, we might be as fascinating as ants are to us. Interesting to observe for a moment, perhaps, but not worth making contact. This scenario might bruise our collective ego. We like to think of ourselves as special, unique, but in the grand scheme of things, we might just be ordinary. Our existence, our struggles, our triumphs might be insignificant to them. A sobering thought, isn't it? But perhaps there's a silver lining here. If they are indifferent to us, they're unlikely to pose any threat. They would have no reason to harm us or take over our planet. They might just observe us from a distance, as we do with uncontacted tribes in the depths of the Amazon. So, while their indifference might make us feel small, it could also mean our continued survival in this vast, mysterious universe. Thirdly, consider the scenario of a hostile invasion. Let's imagine for a moment that extraterrestrial beings are not here for a friendly chat or a scientific exchange. What if they're here for our resources or to claim Earth as their own? It's a chilling thought, isn't it? Aliens may be drawn to our planet for its water, minerals, or even its inhabitants. Perhaps they've exhausted their own resources and are seeking new ones. Or maybe they're intergalactic conquerors, expanding their empire across the cosmos. How would we humans react? Some might welcome them, hoping for a chance to learn or even join a larger galactic community. Others might panic, causing chaos and disorder. But many of us would likely resist, whether out of fear, defiance, or a desire to protect our home. This could lead to war, a war unlike any we've ever known. Our weapons, no matter how advanced, might be as effective as sticks and stones against a race capable of crossing the vastness of space. We would be fighting not just for our lives, but for our planet, our civilization, our very existence. The impact on human society would be profound. Our economies could collapse, our governments could fall into disarray, and our cultures could be irrevocably altered. We might be enslaved, exterminated, or forced to become refugees in our own solar system. And what of our chances of survival? It's hard to say. If the invaders are far more advanced than us, our odds might seem bleak. But humans are resilient. We've survived ice ages, plagues, and countless wars. We've adapted to new environments, learned to use new tools, and found ways to overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Maybe, just maybe, we could do it again. So, we've explored 3 possible scenarios. Now let's summarize our discussion. In each of these situations, there are profound implications for us, both as individuals and as a species. Whether we'd be facing a new ally, a formidable adversary, or the realization of our smallness, we'd be forced to re-evaluate our understanding of the universe and our place within it. Regardless of the scenario, the idea of an alien invasion forces us to reflect on our place in the universe and how we would handle such an unprecedented event. Until then, we can only speculate and prepare for the unknown. That's all for today, folks. For more brain-boosting content, hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.